You act like you're surprised to see Tiny in a floaty in the pool. I think I deserve some rest and relaxation time too. I need my me time. And my me time is floaty in the pool, watching the YouTube.
Hi everybody. So I just wanted to let you know that I think I did a good thing this time. I came up with an idea just using the things I had laying around the house for shooting my diamond videos and getting the best possible angle that I can get for you guys. And I did all kinds of research as far as, which angles I thought looked the best. And, sorry, I'm kind of still going to always be that nerdy high school science kid. I'm not one of the cool kids. That's not gonna happen. But anyway, I got my fingers crossed that you're gonna like it, and I hope if you're not gonna use it, it's at least enjoyable. And well, hang loose. Yeah, I'm still not a cool kid, am I?
Hi everybody! So today I thought I would show my fellow YouTubers, those of us who are perhaps doing diamond painting videos, how I figured out how to set my workstation up for recording my videos. And it took a little farting around this morning, but I think it's going to work pretty good. We're going to test it out today, but here is my setup. So now, almost all of these ideas came from you guys, those of you who have your own channels and I've been watching your videos. And I do apologize not mentioning specific names because I don't always remember who exactly it was, but this is what I came up with. So here is my desk, and I decided, if you saw one of my videos, that because I'm right-handed, I want to go from top to bottom across the top and then another across and so on. And the reason I have a mishmash of top paper is because this is my painting that got soaking wet and I replaced the covering but did not have enough of the clear. My preference is the clear, so I'm slowly getting rid of the paper. But so this particular canvas is I'm doing 5 down and then moving over one more grid, so there's 100 diamonds per. So this is how I'm going, and because of that, my painting is fairly large. I didn't want it hanging in my lap, especially the plastic is very crinkly, makes lots of noise, and if I'm going to be taping this so you guys can watch, I didn't want to be making all kinds of noise. So that was another reason why I found that maybe if I keep the paper where my hand is going to be, I won't be making so much munchy crunchy noise while I'm trying to talk. So here's my setup, and if you've seen the other video, you see why I have all of my colors out in numerical order. And here's my YouTube so I can watch. There's Diamond Mama, watching her today. And I've talked about the foam pad, of why I use that for underneath when I'm moving beads around or shaking the tray, because I tend to, spill one here or there and they don't go rolling all over. And I can see them really well against that dark gray fabric. So I've got all my tools laid out. And what I did to keep this rolled up, and I'm afraid this has nothing to do with the particular process, but these are heavy duty clamps. And I'm afraid of them pulling the paint off of my craft table. So I put a Post-it note under it on this side, and this side it is on the canvas and the foam pad. And I tried to get it so that I'll have to fix that because I can't quite see the symbol under it. I had it perfect before, but then obviously got distracted. But I've got it rolled up here, and I just used regular clips. At first, these magnet clips, when I'm at work, I can use the magnet to attach to my filing cabinet. It's all metal, so I'm just in regular cubicle at work. I tried attaching it to the metal of the clamp, but it was not strong enough, so I just made sure I rolled it high enough. Ooh, I just dropped my glasses. That's okay. I made sure I rolled it high enough so I'll have clearance for my legs when I'm sitting here. That's not laying on my lap and making all kinds of noise with that plastic. But so that's how I clamped my painting down so that I could reach the top easily. And got all my beads on my right-hand side. I'm right-handed. And I've got my light pad underneath here. Just slipped under there. And mine, I've mentioned before, mine's very inexpensive. And the power cord, I'm going to try to do this one-handed. I'm really good at this stuff. I'm so incredibly coordinated. That's why my dad always called me Grace. There we go. But that's why I've got the little piece of duct tape just to hold it, because it falls out too easily. I've already emptied out my tool bag. Got my Coke ready to go. And my very limited supply of tools. Tray, little spoon, my wax, my scrap cup, and my 2 pens, and of course my really strong readers from the pharmacy. And I also have my, I gotta pick them up off the floor, so sorry. These aren't quite as high of a prescription for those ladies like me over 40. They're graduated, so down here is a stronger magnification, and up here is more so that you can actually look across the room without throwing up. So, but it's still a high magnification, so I really can't look across the room without looking over the top, or yeah, nausea kicks in. So, all right, so that's my workstation setup. Now, I've been watching all kinds of videos, like most of us have, and the ones that I prefer the most is where they have the shot directly above the canvas. You know, I have tried over here, but then it seems weird with the landscape versus the portrait. I've tried from over here, but then I feel like, you know, you're looking upside down. And then I never did try from this way because I had my lamp and everything against the window, and I was always attaching the phone to the lamp. So I finally just rearranged my room today, moved my craft lamp out. But here's my lamp, and I believe I got this, oh, probably Joanne, I'm guessing. I originally got it for counted cross stitch with the idea, thinking that this clamp was going to be strong enough to hold my Q-snap. And because the Q-snap that I use is round, it kept popping out, and this thing was too weak to hold it in place, and that never worked. So then I just put the metal board there for holding my pattern, and it's got a magnifying glass, which I was using for the cross stitch, because wearing the reading glasses and then looking up at the TV and then, you know, having to get my puke bucket and then looking at the cross stitch and back and forth, the magnifying glass was easier. And then of course it has a light. Now the light, here we go. When I used this originally, testing this today, and with that, both the adhesive and the plastic film over the top, there was such a bad reflection. What I did, and this is not as nice as it originally looked, but all I did was I took that extra white paper from the diamond painting and duct taped it over the light bulb, leaving a big gap for heat. It does get a little warm, not as much as an incandescent bulb, but it does get a little warm up here. So I made sure that there's plenty of room to not build up heat and cause a fire or anything. But the tape doesn't want to stick to this paper very well, and I didn't have, I just used what I had sitting around. I wasn't going to find regular white paper or anything. Plus I thought that that would catch on fire easier than this wax coated stuff. So I just did that. Whatever. Now, I guess I can leave that off for now. So then I've got my power cord for my phone. Just kind of wound up through here. And what's this contraption, you say? Okay, well now that magnifying glass is on its own arm. These arms are fairly stiff and they bend. But I clipped it to the metal to keep it from, because the weight of my phone and everything wants to make it bounce and bobble. So I just clipped it to here, duct taped a triangular ruler over the top of the magnifying glass because it gave it extra support. Rubber bands, a giant rubber band just kind of crisscrossed to hold the ruler in place. And this is right over where I work. So what I do is I have one of those, what is it called? Pop socket, whatever things on my phone I just got recently because my arthritis is so bad it hurts to hold my phone. So I got one of those pop sockets and I take the rubber band and just wrap it around the pop socket when it's in here so that it just, and it still has enough give that I can slightly adjust here or there or tilt this way and that. It's enough for what I need to do because I'm working in such a small area that it's just very minor adjustments makes a huge difference down here. So that's my setup with that. Then of course I need power cords all over the place. So I don't like a mess. So here's what I did. Now normally my stool's on the other side, but I was cleaning up my flaky nail polish. So I've got my first cord with a power strip that runs just underneath my craft table. Okay. And then from there, I'm sure everybody's fascinated by how I'm running my power cord, but you know, this is me. Ow, you hear my knees cracking? Oh my God. Okay, so where is it? Oh, there it is. There's the first power cord, power strip. And then I've got this one, and I don't want to see it laying on the floor, so I just jerry-rigged it up, some duct tape, and the package said does not leave sticky residue, because I don't want sticky residue, so I'm trusting that. And then I've got all of my chargers just plugged in there, as well as the lamp itself, okay? Now, I'm probably going to fine-tune this. We'll see how it goes today, but so I've got the one power cord for my phone and the power cord for the lamp heading out that way, and then the two other cords coming out this way for my tablet so I can watch YouTube, and one for my light pad, and that is my setup. And I was playing with the blinds up, down, closed, open, and all that, trying to get the least amount of glare as possible for recording, but I think it's pretty good. That was the chair. That was not me. Okay, so don't drag it. Pick it up. Oh, it's heavy. Okay, so now I can't put it down. Oh my God. Okay, I'm putting you down. Oh, jeez. Okay. Too old for this shit. And get it in place. There. So there's my setup. And then, of course, I got a couple drawers with things that I need here and there. Not very often, but most everything I need for diamond painting is in there. And then I have this can for my scraps and garbage, but here's the issue with it. I wanted something that was closed because I don't want to look at all that stuff all the time. And I figured in a craft room, little snippets of fabric or threads, if I was cross-stitching, it's going to take forever to fill it, but not the case. I've always got something. So it's too low for me to be able to hit the pedal when I'm sitting on my stool. And the frickin' thing does not stay open. You can't just we have other ones of these bullet cans, and the lid will stay open. This one won't stay open, so it drives me crazy. So I'm constantly having to lean over and lift the lid to throw stuff away. I suppose I could just set it up on the table with me, but I don't want the garbage can on the table. So here's my setup. So I thought we'd give it a try, and I don't know whether or not I'm going to have anything to talk about, or if I will end up turning the remaining portion of this video into a time lapse. Not sure. But I am trying to make the most of my day off. My schedule at work just changed, so now I have Sundays and Mondays off. And yesterday, Father's Day, we went to Disney World, spent the day at the Magic Kingdom, and my knee is killing me, my back is killing me. It was hotter than blazes there yesterday, and I really thought I was going to faint, but I survived. And today is my day to relax. I floated around in the pool for a little while this morning, and Jasmine and I made some footage of her. I was going to do a little Jasmine video, why she's my very favorite breed. I did a lot of research, but just kind of informational about her breed and why she is the bestest ever. Right, Jazz? You look like, you're giving me a look like I beat you. People are going to think I beat you. I don't beat you. You barely even get yelled at. What is wrong with you? Can you please calm down? You're stressing me out. She's a great dog if you have anxiety, because she's certainly not going to contribute to it. She doesn't like thunder or fireworks. So it's good that we moved to the lightning capital of the world, because, yeah, she hangs out under there. She hates it. We had Hurricane Irma last summer. Yeah, she wasn't digging that either. But yeah, that's my dog. Now, I get to hear my knees as I try and get up again. Okay, Jazz, enough about you. Okay, so I'm going to pause this while I get everything prepared to go, and then we will start recording.
You know, somebody's got to keep an eye on all these lizards out here. Doing my due diligence. Little fuckers are everywhere. I'll show you. So I just heard big old thunderbolt. Yeah, it's time to get out of the water.
So, I'm excited to find out what you thought of that. Now, of course, there's a whole lot more to come, because, you know, this is like part 1 of like 3 or 4, because there was just way too much information to fit and have anybody be able to maintain that kind of longevity to watch, you know, a 2.5 hour YouTube video. It's not going to happen, but that was just part 1. So let us know what you think, and hit like if you like, hit subscribe if you want to see more, and stay tuned for parts 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, because today was our day off and we didn't have to work, so we did this all day long. Yeah.
Hello and welcome to the Mental Health Hotline. If you are obsessive compulsive, press 1 repeatedly. If you are codependent, ask someone to press 2 for you. If you have multiple personalities, press 3, 4, 5, and 6. If you are paranoid, we know what you are and what you want. Stay on the line and we'll trace your call. If you're delusional, press 7 and your call will be transferred to the mothership. If you are schizophrenic, listen carefully and a small voice will tell you which number to press. If you are depressive, it doesn't matter which number you press, no one will answer you.